Fort of the Night. You've downloaded it, you've played it, and you love it. Or maybe you haven't played it, or you're just a beginner. Well, this is the video for you, my friend. This video is going to tell you all the tips and tricks for beginners to become a pro, bro. With these tips, you'll be able to apply it. You'll become one of the best Fortniters in the world. Okay, maybe not in the world, but you'll become a pro after these tips. This is for beginners, for solo, duo, or even a group. You can apply this logic, but this is the video for you. Watch till the end and you might learn something new. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy DJ Lordsy inside the place here on Twizz Gamers, and now play that intro, boy. So ladies and gentlemen, just before I come and teach you how to become a pro, if you could smash a like and subscribe on today's video, I will send you your very own Care Bear gift basket. First class mail, it will be there tomorrow. That was a joke, it won't be there, but real talk, if you could please subscribe and like if you find this helpful or you want to help me out, that would be absolutely amazing. So without further ado, let's get into these tips and tricks, boy. So the first tip I have for you is incredibly basic, but you start off in this bus. So you press up on your D-pad and move your right analog stick around to place it somewhere on the map. Then you click R2 or the right back trigger to actually place the location. Now you can actually jump out of the plane while the map's open, but you want to place the dot somewhere in the middle, near where you are, and you can jump out before you actually reach it because other people will beat you there. But the one tip I have is to place it in the middle and don't go to any too busy areas. You want to go to a house that's kind of off the central line and go somewhere in the surrounding areas. Don't go to where everyone else is going, or they might get the guns first and kill you. Now the reason you want to go to the middle is because there's a gas ring that actually encloses into the map, and it could be anywhere, and that's the final showdown. That's where the final battle is going to commence. So if you're generally around the middle of the map, it's easier to get to any of the places that the ring could actually shrink. Now while we're still on the topic of maps, when you're actually landed and you place your marker, because you can pull out your map while you're playing the game, use your compass at the very top of the game. It will tell you exactly where to head, and you can place your waypoints. So if you place your waypoint in the middle of where the gas zone's closing in, then you can use your compass to run in that direction. Moving on to the next tip. It's all focused around actually raiding houses and the tips and tricks to get the best items and gather everything so early that you can use it towards the end of the game. So firstly, approaching the correct houses. Like I said, when you're jumping down towards the middle, you don't want to go to a busy city because that's where everyone's going to be. If you're a beginner or you're moving on, you don't want to be in the center of everywhere because there's going to be gunfire left, right and center. So picking houses just off from towns and stuff gives you your own little house, your advantage to go and search, and most of the time they do have weapons inside, but if they don't, you can run away from the town. There will always be a house around the corner. So as you're entering a house, what you want to do is slowly go into it and keep your eyes peeled. You want to search everywhere before you start picking up stuff. You just want to search the entire house first, because a lot of people like to actually hide upstairs or hide in sneaky positions, so that the second you go up and you don't expect it, they can gun you down with a freaking shotgun, bruh. Now once you've cleared the house to make sure everything's a-okay, you could actually put a barricade and build a wall up against the door so you know nobody's coming in, and if they try to, you'll be able to hear it. But another thing is having your audio, being able to listen for gold chests. They're in very sneaky places, and the gold chests have a shimmer. They're in random places like this, and it really does help and give you the advantage to be able to find these, as they mainly contain stuff that's harder to find, and sometimes you can find some absolutely amazing stuff in there that will help you throughout the game. Oh, but wait, there's more. Make sure that you are searching every single section inside the house. You could find little loot crates which are just tucked away, hidden, that you wouldn't normally see, And moving on over to the next tip is going to be more based on gathering in itself. So if you followed my first tip and you've landed somewhere in the middle, you don't have to worry about running all the way across the map and not being able to gather. So that is very crucial, that you land somewhere near where the ring could be. So all you have to do is gather, and then you have loads of time to gather all your stuff and then run inside the little gas-free zone. So once you've searched some of the houses and you've made sure that you've at least got some weapons, maybe some health, and you're fully kitted up to actually go into a battle, then you can start gathering resources to build your base at the end. If you used my example at the beginning where you're staying in the middle of the map, you have lots of time to actually gather items and collect bricks, wood or metal. But the question is, which one should you collect? Now, depending on your actual area, for example, you could be in a scrapyard, in which case you would have to collect some metal. But for my example, I think the best thing is bricks or collecting wood or bricks, because those are still really good. They're just easier to break. Obviously metal's harder to break, but actually the resources that you collect, you have to collect quite a lot of resources just to be able to build a metal fort. No way, just while recording this video I just figured out why it's called Fortnite. So yeah, obviously wood is the easiest to build, but it's easiest to break, then bricks, then metal. But once you've gathered all of your items, you want to gather some bricks or wood or metal, just depending on how much time you have. I'm bang on the center in this game, so I have lots of time just to smash up this building. But one thing you want to keep in mind while you're breaking the tiles with your pickaxe is that enemies could actually come in the building or could hear you and come in. So what you want to do is take a little break in between smashing the actual bricks and just give it a second, give a little listen out, see if you can hear any footsteps, and then carry on mining. Now, the best way to get the most items is hitting the little circle indicators. You can actually stop for a second and then hit the item, and you actually get 2 of what you were originally going to get. As you can see, when I hit the actual circle, I get 2 of the item. Moving on, so when you're running to the center of the map, you want to go against walls or go behind trees, kind of swerving, because a lot of people like to sit up on hills or sit round corners like this and wait for you to come round. If you've got tight corners, you can quickly shoot down. Always be on alert when you're in the open and running. But another tip for you is when you're collecting items, you want to have your pickaxe out. Otherwise, you're going to be picking up loads of items like I am here that I don't need. If you've got your pickaxe out, you can just pick up all of your all the stuff that you need. And if you go to pick up a gun, then you won't actually be able to, because it says your loadout is full. So have your pickaxe out when you're actually collecting items from an enemy, and that will speed up the process and help a bunch. Now, if you see a drop and you're a beginner, like I can see here, usually you shouldn't go for it, okay? Do not go for it, because people will actually sit there and like use it as bait. Because anyone who sees that will think, oh, nobody's touched this yet, I'm the first here. Bang, you're dead. Bang and you're dead. But if you are the first there and you've scouted out the area and nobody's there, then that's perfect. You can gather it and you can find something like this gold assault rifle I found just here, which is absolutely amazing. Now, you want to be one of the first to actually go into the center. If you look on your map where the gas ring's enclosing, you want to be in the center. If you're first there, you've got the advantage, as you can build your base and you have nothing to worry about. If you've built your base and people are having to run away from the gas, you've got the advantage, as you are the person who can gun them down. Now, a really good strategy for actually building your house is building the walls and then having a staircase inside the house that you can run up and kind of peek over the walls that you're building. So doesn't matter how you build it, if you save some resources, you can always repair for damage. Or the higher that you go, or the bigger the base that you make it, obviously the harder it is for people to come and get in. But what you'll find is people will get they will build staircases all the way up to your base and then shoot you from above. Another tip is that if you actually build your base and then build a staircase inside of the actual base or the fort, you can hide underneath the stairs. A lot of people won't expect it. They'll try and get into your fort, they'll see nobody's there, and then they'll just peek over the stairs and try and shoot whoever's there. Now if you're hiding underneath the stairs, you can quickly jump out and then gun somebody down, and this is a great tactic. It's worked many times for myself, but just give it a try. Some people are aware of it, so just be careful, but be prepared to shoot somebody down if they know that you're there. And another thing for you to be cautious of is grenades. If someone chucks a grenade in your base, the likelihood is you're going to lose a lot of health or be close to death. So just be aware and be ready to jump out if need be, but they can throw a lot of grenades in there at one time and you will die. So ladies and gentlemen, that was part 1 of the Fortnite series on how to become a pro with the tips and tricks. So if you want to see another video like this, maybe with duos, or you want to see group tutorials, then please smash that like button, subscribe for more content, and those will be coming very soon. Also, if you have any questions, then feel free to comment in the comment section down below. But hopefully these tips helped a load of you. I really hope it does. It really helps for me, but everybody's different. So ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. You can't catch him, you can't stop him. I go by them goons if you can't be